Hi, me again. Um, anyway, one thing I was going to mention, I put this chain looped up over the drivetrain down to the ground. I did it in a couple spots. Um, I had static electricity, couldn't get rid of the dust, so that I don't have the dust problem now. The guy that I'm only painting half the car, like the sides. I'm not painting the bumper, hood, roof, trunk lid, and the back bumper. So uh, it's not going to exactly match. The new paint is shiny. This car is 17 years old, so it's going to look a little bit odd. But my plan is I want the side that usually, the sides like down here, usually these cars are trashed. They're a mess down here and good on top. Well, I like the idea of it looking like new down here, and I don't really care about uh, nicks and digs and dullness on the top. It is an everyday car. I It's a lot of ifs and buts and wonderment and rights and wrongs. But where I'm not painting the whole car, the car, the paint is like yellow is yellow, sort of. Like it goes on, it's going to be yellow. But the yellow pigment can't handle gray. As soon as when you cover over gray, it turns black. And then it takes like 7 to 10 coats for it to cover. So the guy that mixed up my gallon for me, he instructed me, you're going to have to put white on all your gray dark spots. You don't paint the whole panel, you just paint the dark spots because the yellow paint pigment has no problem with white. It'll be natural. 2 or 3 coats of yellow on white, and it's yellow. Or 2 or 3 coats of yellow on yellow, it's yellow. It has no problem. It can hide white, blends right in. But the gray pigment goes right through, turns black, and stays there like a virus. And you have to put like I put 2 coats on some of the car, and I ran out, of course, on my third coat. I only got half, 3/4 of it done, and then I ran out of paint. My mistake. But anyway, the 3 coats or the 2 coats did a very poor job covering up the gray. Um, it very little improvement from the second coat to the third coat. One coat didn't. It 1 coat turned gray to black, and 2 coats turned it back a little bit. But it would take quite a few coats with the yellow. But I was informed, like the guy that mixed up my paint, he's been doing it for 30, 40 years. He's older than I am, and he said, just spray, mix up the whole can, or like mix up your white and spray a a wet, like a drift coat, like just enough on it to make it sticky on all your gray spots. Go around, put a mist coat on it just to make it sticky. Then put 1 coat on, and then wash up your gun, change it to yellow, and as soon as it gets tacky, start with your yellow. And by the time you get to 3 coats, it should be all uniform and you won't see any spots. And I can always go 4 or 5 coats if I have to, but he suggested go white. Put the white on the gray because it's the only way it's going to cap it. And the yellow can handle the white quite easy, and within a couple coats it'll be all yellow. 3 coats. He said 3 coats. He did not say 4. I said 4, but I have an idea right now. If I just put yellow, I'd have to put at least 3 coats of yellow on the gray, and then 3 coats of yellow on everything. So that's like 6 coats of yellow to get rid of this gray. So he suggested big time, put a coat of white on the gray, and then switch over to yellow and put your 3 coats on, and you'll be fine. So, and as I said, if I painted the whole thing white, I don't think it'd just be more or less a waste of paint, because within 2 or 3 coats of yellow, the yellow on yellow is yellow, and yellow on white is yellow. So, but yellow on gray is something else. It takes, and it would take a lot of coats to cover this gray. It would take at least 3 or 4 or 5, at least 5 more coats. And so anyway, I'm just going to, as I said, I'm going to paint the white on the spots, and then paint it yellow with 3 coats and 4 if I have to. My biggest thing is I can't do it in the evening because I'm competing with my lights. Where I'm painting inside the doors and outside, the lights I'll be in my shadow. So and the bugs will start coming around soon. It's a nice night. I could paint, but there's no wind. But there's mosquitoes and bugs. And by the time I got to my 3rd coat, I'd have lights on, and then the bugs would come in. So I'm hoping for tomorrow. But anyway, uh, thanks for everybody's concern. It is a everyday car. It's a good experience. It's not a real difficult project. But anyway, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Good night.